Jail incident reports change everything. Judge makes a shocking bond decision.
Did you receive the jail incident reports?
I did see some, Your Honor.
You might want to take a minute to review those before we go forward with your client, because they're going to be something I definitely have an issue with, all right?
I can understand that, and I did have an opportunity to browse.
You did?
I got
Okay.
them yesterday. I browsed through some of them. We did meet briefly yesterday as
Thank
well.
you.
So,
All right, sir, you are John Jones?
Yes.
And Mr. Jones is charged in cause number 25 DCCR 0523 with the offense of murder. And Mr. Mc... And in cause number 24 DCCR 2431 with the offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle. Mr. Wilkerson has filed a motion, just in the murder case, correct? That I reduce the bond.
yes, Your Honor. Which I believe is set at 800, if I remember.
Let me pull it up so we make sure. Let's see.
Let's quote, because I have had several of these.
It looks like in the motion it shows
Just the murder.
the murder is set at $800,000. And Mr. Wilkerson, do you intend to call your client or other witness?
Your Honor, I just intend to call my client, and then also Venetia Jones, if she is still present.
Mr. Johns, best you can, raise your right hand. Or Jones, I'm sorry. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You can go ahead, Mr. Wilkerson.
Ms. Jones, you are obviously the same John Jones charged in this case with murder. You also have a companion case in which you are charged in a separate offense with unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And how long have you been incarcerated?
About 3-4 months.
And during that time, has that time, you had the murder charges pending during the entirety of that time, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, the person who actually pulled the trigger with regard to this offense has pled guilty and been sentenced. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that was to 30 years. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And he was on parole at that time, correct?
Yes, sir.
And until previously, at least as of the 24th of July, you have been off of 35, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, during the time that you have been incarcerated, you have had some run-ins with staff with regard to some behavioral issues. And obviously, if the court is going to consider lowering your bond and how you would be able to behave or would behave in the community at large, were she to grant a reduction in your bond, there are some concerns. And so I would like to give you the opportunity to speak to those concerns, and I would encourage you to emphasize conditions that the court might be able to impose that you would be ready and willing to follow that might curb some of those concerns for the court while this case remains pending.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Let me say, while the write-up thing was going on and going around, I didn't have my proper medications, but I'm supposed to be seeing a psych nurse to take my proper medication. And I feel like if he was to give me a bond reduction, and I was to get those recommendations, and I was to make bond, I'll follow the rules, because I take my medications now, which are for my anxiety, depression, and things of those nature. So I feel like a bond reduction is necessary, but
So you have your medications now?
No, ma'am, but I should have them by the 21st.
So, what, I mean, anxiety and depression don't make you say things like,
I'm gonna sit here in front for you. I never said those things, but
you didn't say those things?
no, no.
You didn't ask her how could she have a boyfriend with how ugly she was?
Never said
You didn't ask how many boyfriends she ever had? You didn't say any of that. They're just making that up on you, just lying.
I have to.
Have to be lying. You didn't threaten just a couple weeks ago an officer that you were going to throw hot water if she didn't call somebody?
Yes, ma'am.
You did threaten to do that? Okay. Did you... Did you say at one point when y'all were getting in trouble that what it had to do with somebody giving a Bible back to another person, and you inserted yourself in something that wasn't about you, and you said, that's what's wrong with y'all officers. Y'all think we on y'all time, and I'm not. So you don't think you're on their time when you're in jail?
I never said that.
You didn't? They made that up too?
What I said was, respect is given both ways. That was my exact words.
Respect is given both ways. And so you think you deserve respect with how you're acting. I got pages of incident reports, and it's pages only starting in June. We're talking about pages over just the last 2 months. Fighting. You've been in at least 2 or 3 fights, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Mr. Coleman?
Your Honor, I just have a couple questions. Mr. Jones, what did you do with the weapon after Lenny Nixon was shot?
I gave it back to Green.
And when did you and Green decide to rob Lenny Nixon?
Objection, Your Honor. These questions obviously go to the guilt innocence aspect of
I
this.
think you opened that door when you asked him about the shooting and who the shooter was. And the co-defendant.
When did the two of you decide to rob Lenny Nixon?
We never decided to rob him.
So if Green said you decided to rob him before he was shot, he would be lying?
I mean,
Yes or no? Yes or no?
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You knew the police were looking for you after Mr. Nixon had been shot, but nevertheless, you didn't turn yourself in, correct?
I didn't know. So
Okay.
after the fact, the next day.
When Lenny Nixon was murdered as part of this robbery scheme with you and Green, you were already under or on bail for UUMV, 2 cases of UUMV, and also a burglary of a habitation, correct?
No, sir, never bailed out.
You were charged with those offenses, correct?
Yes, sir.
You also-
Accusations.
All right. You were also previously arrested for assault on a public servant, correct?
Yes, sir.
Criminal trespass.
Yes, sir.
Another UUMV.
Yes, sir.
Evading arrest. Another evading arrest with a motor vehicle. That's all included in your criminal history, correct?
Yes, sir.
Who is Venetia Jones to you?
I'm what?
All right.